Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagwan Shankaracharya, in his most beautiful poem, writes, Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karane. If you take a word-to-word meaning, it appears very simple. But it is a tremendous depth that the teacher speaks. Dukrum karane is referring to the language. At the time of your departure from the body, in which language you talk, it makes no difference. Meaning, the language will not come to your help. Because language is only a means. It is not the goal. See? So, the discrimination between the means and the goal should be distinctly clear. But normally what happens? We mistake the means for the goal and goal for the means. See? So, an example. We go to the temple. What is the goal of our life? World. What is the means? God. What should be? Our life should be the means and the divine should be the goal of life. Therefore, when this discrimination is not there, we are lost only in this path and imagine this is the goal. This is the topic which is being discussed. So, Veda, Diksha, Mundana Kriya, Guru, Shishya, these are the means. This is not the end of life. After having told this, now other means wherein we get caught up. न शाम्भवं शाक्तिकमानवं वा पिंडम च रूपम च पदादिकं न वा आरंभ निष्पत्ति घटादिकं च नो तमीशमात्मानमुपैति शाश्वतम्. This wise man abiding in the self reaches that which is na shambhavam. According to the Shiva Sutra, there are 4 paths. Those paths are called as upaya. One is Anupaya, second is Shambhavopaya, the third is Shaktopaya, and the fourth is Anvopaya. Upaya means, Upa means near. Ayagatau, that which leads us to the destination is called as Upaya. Like our car is the Upaya, it brought us to this beautiful place. Our shoes are Upaya, they brought us up to the door. But if we are lost only in the upaya, the means, and forget the goal, then we are going the wrong way. Therefore, here the teacher says, these 4 paths. First is the anupaya. It is not an effort. It is by the divine grace, anything can happen. Then the Shambhavopaya. Shambhavopaya is the path which is walked by the seeker as per the instruction of the Guru without any problem. Because the disciple has absolute faith in the Guru's words. Shambhavopaya. But it is not possible for everybody. So the next student is the Shaktopaya, wherein he is interested in studying and inquiring and finding out the parts. And the 4th category student is the one who is still lost only in this world. So I want to do something good and I have done this thing, I have done that thing, but my children don't listen to me. What is the reason? See, that is the 4th part. Here the teacher says, none of these things have any place in the absolute reality. Similarly, pindam cha rupam cha padadikam nava. Or else we have various kinds of place, If you go to Badrinath, then you will have the vision of God. If you sit in a cave in meditation, and then there will be a light coming from somewhere and entering in you, and you get tickling inside. Kuch to bhi gaya hai. See? Similarly, rupam cha padadikam va. Or we collect the things and hold on to them and imagine that this is our spiritual practice. See, aramba nishpatti ghatadikam chano. Similarly, that which has no beginning, no middle, no end, this immaculate, absolute, effortless, conscious, blissful being is our essential nature. This is attained by this yogi. And therefore, he is not obsessed with anything. You will see those who are walking the spiritual path, particularly in Upasana, not Vedanta, Upasana. They are so obsessed with their particular thing. See? Once, it happened in Maharashtra somewhere. We were going to Pandharpur with my friend in a car. And something on the way, for some reason, we had to stop. So, it was a very hot day. So, there was one small house in a kind of a field. So I got down and one lady came. I said, is there any man in the house? Yes. I said, I'll talk to him. So the man came. He said, yes, please come, have something. I said, yes, we have come to take food. I am very hungry. Give anything I can eat, vegetarian. So immediately his wife prepared nice, bread made out of jawar and good and milk. We ate that. Then I said, we are going to Pandharpur. Will you like to come with us? We have got place in our car. We can come and we will drop you back. No, we don't go to Pandharpur. Why? We are following Datta Sampradaya. See? One gets caught in this. The same Lord. There is no difference. Therefore, the teacher says, the wise man reaches that abode where there is no difference on any account. Therefore, our spiritual practice should be, number one, we are not obsessed by anything in this world. Upanishad says, Vijanan vidvan bhavate nativadi. The one who is abiding in the truth is not obsessed by anything. Obsession in Sanskrit it is called as duragraha. Duragraha means obsession. Like, many people put lot of, these rings. My worries are very funny worries. When I see people putting too many rings here, I am thinking only one thing. If they have to drink the kadhi with their hand, it will all come out. There are gaps in between. So, what for this? This is for Shani, this is for Mangal, this is for Guru, this is for Shukra. One graha, one stone. But the real problem is not these grahas, but duragraha. One graha. Give it up. And then, when you are in the Krishna's temple, yes, Krishna is the great. When you are Rama temple, Rama is the great. Why get involved into controversies? One UP girl got married to a Gujarati family. And then when I was in Ahmedabad, she asked me this question. Swamiji, I got a big problem. I said, never mind. No, the problem is very peculiar. I said, every problem is peculiar. My problem is, she said, I am from UP. In our place, everything is Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram. In Gujarat, everything is Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Sri Krishna. So when I am standing before Krishna, in my mind it goes Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram. So I am getting confused. I said, why you should get confused? He will get confused. किसको बुलाया तुमको कि मुझको? Relax. Doesn't matter. The idea is you are at peace with yourself. That's it. Then Tamisham Atmanam Upaiti Shashvatam. It is immutable, ever the same. Yasya Swarupat Sacharacharam Jagat Utpadyate Tishtati Liyate Pivam Payo Vikaradiva Fena Budbudaha Tamisham Atmanam Upaiti Shashvatam. This wise man attains oneness with that supreme reality, which is Yasya Swarupat Sacharacharam Jagat Utpadyate, from whom the whole world, animate and inanimate, is born like the bubbles on the surface of the sea. See, friends. You know, this process of creation is like this. When you know this, then spiritual practice becomes natural. See, take the worldly example. Electrical energy coming in contact with the bulb, becoming light, and the light is illuminating the objects. So this is the path. Exactly the same way. Absolute conscious reality expressing through the body as mind. The body which can allow the consciousness to manifest as mind, that body is enlivened by the manifestation of mind. Consciousness is readily present both in the dead body and the live body. There is no problem. But in case of the live body, the consciousness can manifest as mind. In dead body, it cannot manifest. But both the places consciousness is there. What is lacking is the ability of the body to allow the consciousness as mind. After this mind is manifested, then this mind peeps out through the holes. And these holes are our sense organs. So the mind, the consciousness has become mind, the mind becomes the vision. See? And when the mind has become vision, then the vision becomes the colors and forms. So now what will be the sadhana? Go back. Drop the colors and forms, come to the vision. Close the eyes, vision gone. Then the vision has disappeared in the mind. Then mind is quietened. What is the quietening of the mind? When the mind does not have objectivity called as desires, that desire-free mind absorbs itself back in pure consciousness. This is the path. All other things are secondary. Therefore, yasya swarupat, swarupa means essential nature. We all have two natures. One is essential nature, second is acquired nature. Essential nature is that which cannot be changed. Like, the sweetness is the essential nature of sugar. Acquired nature is, it could be crystals, it could be powder, it could be syrup. That is acquired nature. In the same manner, we are essentially divine. That is our divine nature. Acquired nature is likes and dislikes, joy and sorrows. That is acquired nature. See? Nobody is born with a cigarette and a lighter in the hand. But then we acquire that. We look at the billboard and look there. Oh, one man is sitting on a motorcycle with a cigarette in his mouth, and one girl is from backside firing him, and you are watching that. I think I am that. And then we start our Agnihotra. Dhumrapanam, Shatagodanam. When you offer a cigarette to somebody, it is equivalent to donation of 100 cows. Dhumrapanam, Shatagodanam, Ekekash Ganga Snanam. This is acquired nature. It is not essential nature. So from this essential swarupat, yasya swarupat, sacharacharam jagat utpadyate. The whole world is manifesting out of this one reality. Tishtati is maintained and liyate and goes back. See, this one principle which is told in our Vedanta Shastra is the one because of which it is unique. In all the paths, they talk about God as only the efficient cause of this world. Efficient cause means what? If you take a mud pot, there are two factors involved minimum. One is the clay or the mud, and second is the pot maker. Only the mud itself cannot become a pot, and only the pot maker cannot make a pot out of nothing. Two are required. So the clay is the material cause, and the pot maker is the efficient cause. When we take God is only the efficient cause like a pot maker, He cannot be everywhere. Like when the pot is made, it is sold in the market, the pot maker will not go along with the pot. But the clay will go along with the pot wherever the pot goes. Therefore, Paramatma is both material cause and efficient cause of this world. Sa chara charam. Chara is sentient, achara is the inert. So, both are the manifestation of the same reality. See? Yasya swarupa sachara charam jagat utpadyate tishtati liyate. So the pot, the clay has become the pot, the clay alone is maintaining the pot, and when the pot is reduced to the powder, it goes back again to the clay. Payo vikara divapena budbudaha. Like the water itself manifests as the bubbles, the surf, the breaker, the tide, etc. in the same manner. The same Paramatma has become everything. See? It's not very difficult, friends. Analyze your own dream. In the dream, who creates the dream? God. God doesn't create dreams. We create the dreams. See? And what are our dreams? Our dreams are something like this. A person, subordinate, always scolded by the boss. So he is so frustrated, but he can't leave the job. He has to take care of the battalion at home. So he goes to the office frustrated. But in his mind, there is always a kind of revenge. I will one day tease this man, this boss. But outside he cannot do anything. So he goes to sleep and he dreams. The boss is my servant. And he becomes the boss. And he starts scolding, Pani le aao. And the boss, sir, he brings water. Sir, water. Who asked you? Get out, stupid. See, dream. So he became the boss, he became himself, he became the water, he became everything. When our mind can become everything, can't the Lord become everything? See, friends. Therefore, payo vikaradiva pena budbudaha tamishamatmanam upayati shashvatam. Now be attentive. When this is understood in principle and we are convinced, then what will happen? When we are touching the tricolor, Tiranga Jhenda, when we are touching the tricolor, we are not touching India. But when we are touching the Shiva Linga, we are touching directly Paramatma. See the difference? And therefore, Bhagwan gives his vibhuti in the 10th chapter, 73 vibhutis. See? In the 7th chapter, he tells very beautifully. See, Raso hamapsu kaunteya prabhatme shashi suryayoho pranavas sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nrshu. See? Raso hamapsu kaunteya. Hey Kuntiputra Arjun, the taste aspect of the waters I am, the light aspect of the sun I am, the Om aspect of the Vedas I am, the sound in the space I am. See, this is all the material cause. And Aham Atma Gudakesha, and I am the one indweller in all the things. So the creator created and the experiencer experienced. Everything is but one reality. To this reality, this great master reaches. Nasa nirodho nacha društirasanam bodhopya bodhopi na yatra bhasate nadi pracharopi na yatra kinjit tamishamatmanam upayati shashvatam. This wise man attains his eternal self, which is nasa narodho nacha društirasanam. There is no, you must have seen, in Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter, Samprekshanasigagram samdishaschanavalokayan. Sit down on the seat of meditation and focus your attention on the tip of the nose. So the husband called his wife, darling, come. Why? I had to do meditation. Why? I am required. Bhagwan said, Samprekshanasikagram. Look at the tip of the nose. Sit down here. Then the wife says, Maharaj, Bhagwan also said, your own tip of nose. Okay. Samprekshan nasikagram swam. Your own tip. Oh, I thought. And then they will start doing meditation. And end up in a crossroad. See? Or else, again doubt comes. End of the nose. This is also one end. This is also another end. Now, which of the two? Sometime here, sometime there. And then I get too much of headache after I do meditation. Because you're all the Shambhavi Mudra. The teacher says, Nasa Narodho. There is nothing of that kind. Just be yourself, relax. Let seeing happen, but don't become the seer. That experience, where seeing is happening, but seer is not born, is the divine experience. Nasa narodho na cha drishtihi na asanam. You have to sit in a particular posture for meditation. And what is that posture? Sit in the Padmasana. Whole life this fellow has never got down out of the seat. And he goes for the yoga and takes the Padmasana. And after that, all the time the attention is pain here, pain there, pain, pain everywhere. And then afterwards he can't open up, locked. Then call the towing truck and take to the hospital. Don't get lost in that. Simply sitting in one posture cannot be meditation. If sitting in one posture is meditation, then all the buffaloes are the great meditators. Anywhere in the midst of the road, they don't get disturbed. Sthita prajna. See? Let a truck come. They continue their rumination. What do you think? Meditation. Na asanam. Then bodhopi na yatra bhasate. Where knowledge or no knowledge do not exist. See? Because in the relative world, when we are functioning through the mind, these options are natural. Because mind cannot function in one. When I call somebody as beautiful, I have already created an ugly. When I call somebody as tall, I have already created a short. When I call somebody as a man, I have already created a woman. When I call somebody as rich, I have created a poor. Mind cannot function without the opposite complementary pair. See? Therefore, here the teacher says, Bodha abodha. See? Can I say I know myself? Yes and no. Once I was traveling from London to Bombay. And in Bombay, there is one company which takes, the parents of the NRI children, because now the children don't give the traditional gifts to the parents. One dhoti, one topi, and one, sari, not like that. Now they give the vacation to Europe. In their whole life, they have not gone out of Chinchpokli. See? But now they go for a vacation. And once I was coming from London to Bombay, so in that flight, after some time I went to the bathroom and I was stretching my legs, etc. So one man came. You are Swami? I said, any objection? You are Swami? Any objection? Then he looked back to his wife. He went, tuk. You don't know how to talk. Sit down here. Then she came. Do you know Anubhavananda? He looks exactly like you. Do you know him? I said, yes, no. Yes, no? I said, yes, no. What is this yes, no? Because I know yes. But no, because I don't know as you know him. She knows Anubhavananda as an object of knowledge. Do I know myself as an object? See, the language fails when we come to the self. Therefore, bodha, yes. Abodha, no. Both do not exist. Therefore, bodhopya bodhopi na yatra bhasate, nadi pracharopi na yatra kinchit. Nadi prachara is spreading the network of all our blood vessels and nervous system, etc. That means there is no place for the body, etc. Tamishamatmanam upayati shashvatam. To that reality, this wise man attains. Nanatvam, ekatvam, ubhayatvam, anyata, anutva, dirghatvam, mahatva, shunyata, manatva, ameyatva, samatva, varjitam, tamishamatmanam upayati shashvatam. This wise man attains that where there is no language of multiplicity or oneness. Nanatva, ekatva. See? Can we say 1 infinite plus 1 infinite is equal to 2 infinite? Infinities can never be 2, it's always 1. And because it's only 1, you cannot say there is 1 infinity. See? It is something like this, the other day I told somewhere, one mother was glorifying her child. Swami, my son is very intelligent. In his class he stood first. I said, okay, go and prepare food and talk to your son. Then I asked him casually. He said, hey, how many students are in your class? I am alone, Swamiji. If you are alone, you have to be first. You cannot be second. If there are 2 students and then you are first, then there is some value. In the same manner, to say that Paramatma is 1 is also meaningless. Because when there is no other, there is no need to call 1 even. Nanatvam, ekatva, ubhayatvam, anyata, or a sense of otherness or both. Anutva dirgatva, very little or very long. Mahatva, huge or shunyata, total absent. Manatva, measurable. Ameyatva, cannot be measured. Samatva varjitam. So everything, all the language of relativity fails in the absolute. Just try this to contemplate upon. You are the one. Then who are you? Man, woman, young, old, human being, animal, plant, rich, poor, Australian, Indian. You are the one. Everything disappears. When I become Indian, you become Australian. See? When I am happy, you become married. There are only two types of people. Those who are married and those who are happy. So, manatva meyatvam, samatva varjitam. All these things are totally absent. That is the reality. Susayami va na sayami, susangrahi va yadi va na sangrahi, nishkarmako va yadi va sakarmakaha, tamishamatmana upayati shashvatam. This wise man attains that absolute immutable reality where all these things have no meaning. He is extremely sayami, well controlled. We don't eat onions in our house. We go outside and eat. We don't take non-vegetarian every day. Alternate days. We don't get up late, 10 o'clock. We get up 9:45. Holier than thou. So, susayami vana sayami. Because there is nobody. See, this experience of nobody that we go through in deep sleep, again and again reflect on that. Before sleeping, how many precautions we take. Put the lungi this way, cover properly, tuck this way, tuck that way. And once the sleep begins, you must have seen your kids, the parents tell, Beta, you should not face your feet to the south. It is not good. Okay? So the beta sleeps facing the feet to the east or the west. And at night, like the clock of the hands of the clock keeps her moving the whole night. Because I is not there. Similarly, susangrahi va na sangrahi. Whether he has accumulated many things or he has nothing, it makes no difference. Similarly, nishkarmako va yadi va sakarmakaha. Whether he is engaged in lot of activities or he is doing nothing, it makes no difference to him because he is abiding in the absolute self. Mano na buddhir na shariram indriyam tanmatra bhutani na bhuta panchakam aham krutischapi vyat swarupakam tamishamatmanamupayati shashvatam. In this absolute self, there is neither the mind, intellect, body, sense organs, or the five great elements, or the sense of ego. None of them have any place. Vyat Swarupam, like the space. On this particular topic, I never knew, but I was told by somebody, it appears in Yoga Vasishta. This practice is very simple. Wherever you are sitting, just play meditation. First act is, what must be the consequences of being space? See, what are the consequences of marriage? Your dream will be over. Consequence of marriage. Similarly, what will be the consequence if we take ourselves to be the space? Now work on this. Then we will come to know that space supports all the four elements, but the space is uninfluenced by any one of them. Now apply that. If we are playing space, then none of the things and beings of the world will ever bother us. What is our real botheration is only these two things. Things in the form of possessions, beings in the form of relations. If the possessions and relations do not bother us, we are happy. See? Living in this poise is living in meditation. The wise one always live in this poise. So when the possessions and relations do not bother us, means what? Dukkeshu anudvigdamanaha, sukheshu vigataspruhaha. Presence and absence will become equal. After we have played this, the net result of this play will be our attitude of accumulation and creating unwanted relations will slowly quieten down. See? After this happens, then we play the second level meditation. Play. I am not telling do. Don't do meditation in life if you want to be happy. Then the second level meditation we play is, now we play as the mental space. The contents of the mental space are thoughts. So like the gross space is not influenced by the gross contents, similarly the mental space is not influenced by the thoughts. Thoughts are many, mental space is one. Thoughts come and go, the mind remains there only. When this is practiced not as a doer but as a fun, then we will start remaining naturally at peace. Then the quality of such a mind is like the mirror. Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, but at the same time retains nothing. Mirror doesn't have the past. Mirror doesn't have the ego. Mirror doesn't have the memories. Therefore, mirror is always fresh. After this is practiced, then the third space is Chidakasha. In this conscious space, the waker plays his game and goes with his waking experience to nowhere. Then the dreamer plays his game, he goes to nowhere. The deep sleeper is eliminating the absence of the earlier two, but he also disappears. And the samadhi begins and ends. But the conscious space is ever the same. This playing meditation will slowly bring us back to our essential nature. All other things will disappear. So, Vyat Swarupakam Tamisham Atmanam Upaiti Shashvatam. Now, in this, what we are tried this time, we have not struggled. Ram, 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 Ram. No. Pranayam, in the next one, it is said, Vidhau Nirodhe Paramatpatam Gate Na Yoginas Chetasi Bheda Varjite Shaucham Na Shaucha Malinanga Bhavana Sarvam Vidheyam Yadiva Nishidyate. So for this wise man who is abiding in the self, for him all the injunctions of the scripture, do's and don'ts, become meaningless. See, this principle we hear, but I learnt it from one police officer in Delhi. That day I was so thrilled. My friend who was driving me, I told Mama, go a little fast, we have to reach. So in that hurry, she jumped the red light. And the police was waiting for the Bakra Eid. So stopped. And Indians are very considerate and very innovative. So the police said, with receipt 500, without receipt 200. So I looked at him and I told him, look here, actually, Mama was not driving fast, I only told her. So you charge me, I'll pay you. He said, Babaji, traffic rules are applied to those who are driving the car, not those who are sitting in the car. See how important it is. If we have, I do, then only the do's and don'ts are applied to you. If you remain one with the divine, no do's and no don'ts. See? Therefore, to such a wise person, there is nothing like this is right, that is right, this is good, that is good. No, because Bheda Varjite, there is no differentiation on account of the perception of the differences in this world. Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha Ihaiva Taihi Jitaha Sargaha Yesham Samme Sthitam Manaha Nirdosham Hi Samam Brahma Tasmate Brahmani Sthitaha. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane, a person full of wisdom, knowledge and a Brahmin. Brahmane, Gavi in the cow, Hastini in the elephant, Shuni in the dog and the Chandala. The wise man has no differentiation on account of the differences because he is abiding in the equanimity. And what is equanimous? Nirdosham is samam Brahma. In Paramatma, there is no differentiation on account of any criteria. All differences are only imaginary, they are not real. Earlier, what used to be the map of India? One imagination. Then second imagination. Like the bread eaten from two ends, that India has become like this. Then the tricolor, that is imaginary, that is our national flag. Who knows, they may add few colors or take away all the colors. See, therefore, in the absolute, all the finite is only imagination. And therefore, Shaucham na va Shaucham alinga bhavana. See, so there is nothing like it is pure and impure. No, you have come from the bathroom, you should go and take bath and go through the steam and then come out apavitra. No. Because everywhere the same Paramatma is. See, friends. And yadi sarvam videyam va nishidyate. So all that is permissible, not permissible, is everything is okay in the absolute because you are already merged in that. Concluding this theme and the second chapter of this Avadhoota Gita, Mano vacho yatra na shaktamiritum nunam katham tatra guru padeshata imam katham uktavato guroho tad yukta tattvam hi samam prakashate. Where there is no entry for the mind or the intellect or the speech, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa, where a guru can give instruction to the disciple. When the truth is beyond the scope of the words, the guru cannot speak. And when the truth is beyond the scope of the intellect, the disciple cannot understand. See? So where is the question of guru and shishya? See, friends. Therefore, imam katham uktavato guroho. This story which is told by the teacher, yuktasya tattvam hi samam prakashate. He who is abiding in this self, he alone knows the truth, there is no other way. Otherwise, we simply go and getting lost only in the words. Dakshinamurti Stotra, the Dhyana Shlokas tell, Chitram Vatataror Mule, Vruddha Shishya Guror Yuva, Gurostu Maunam Vyakhyanam, Shishyastu Chinna Samshaya. Once in South Africa, it happened, after my lecture was over, they were sitting all quiet. And I went outside and went in the pantry, prepared my cup of tea, took few biscuits and enjoying. And they were sitting, they thought I am sitting there. They had already gone. And one of them did, Ardhon Milita Netra. They tell, you should not close your eyes fully. Open half of them. So half means how many you have got? Two. Open half. One. And when they saw I am not there, oh, Swami, go. And then I hang a cup of tea there. See. So they say, Swami, you didn't say anything. I said, what is there to say? But we didn't know also, for 1 hour we were sitting here. I said, that means you are very tired, you must have slept. No, we are not sleeping. See, when the words disappear, what remains is you. If your attention is not on the silence, now try this. When I conclude a word, sound, then don't focus attention on the silence. You are neither hearing the word because it is over, you are not focusing on the silence, then where are you? There you are. Sri Ram. It is effortless. This effortless merging in the self is what is called as living in truth. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.